The first thing we noticed were the rooftops. Rows of black water tanks sat on top of the buildings, their pipes running down concrete walls like veins. The sun hit them directly, making them stand out against the pale rooftops. From the ground, they gave the buildings a layered silhouette, full of small structures and narrow ledges. Rooftops always draw your attention. They offer distance, cover, and angles that are hard to counter from below. We moved through the street cautiously, staying close to the walls, our eyes scanning upward as often as we checked doorways. The road was cluttered with abandoned scooters and delivery carts, forcing us to break formation and slow our movement. The whole block had been quiet all morning. Too quiet, the kind of silence that feels like it's waiting for someone to break it. We stopped near a small grocery shop, its sin hanging crooked. As one element prepared to move inside and clear it, the rest of us covered the street and the upper floors. I found a spot beside a narrow alley that gave me a view of two rooftops at once, and that's when the first shot came. It cracked from above, striking the pavement behind us, sending chips of concrete flying. We instantly dropped into cover, pressing into doorways and behind parked vehicles, scanning the rooftops for any movement. A shadow shifted near one of the water tanks, just enough to confirm the direction. I leaned out from the alley and fired controlled bursts toward the tank supports, forcing them back. Another shot followed from a second rooftop farther down the street. Now we were caught between them, the road to kill zone. Radio calls stayed short and steady. Maintain cover. Watch the roof lines. Don't rush open ground. I shifted deeper into the alley, using crates and a metal trash container for cover, trying to track movement near the water tanks. The heat made the air shimmer, blurring outlines and forcing me to focus harder to separate shadows from real threats. Gunfire came in short, careful bursts from above, just testing our positions. We answered the same way, firing only when we saw movement. Then, we heard it, heavy footsteps climbing stairs inside one of the buildings beside us. Another team had entered from the other side of the block, moving up toward the rooftops. The firing from the far roof slowed, then stopped. A moment later, we heard sharper sounds from above, closer to them than to us. The second rooftop held out longer. One last burst snapped across the street, knocking a scooter onto its side. Then, silence. We waited, watching the rooftops through the dust and sunlight. The water tanks sat unmoving. When we finally advanced, we kept our eyes upward, clearing entrances and stairwells with deliberate steps. The tanks just looked ordinary again, part of the city's infrastructure. But what stayed with me was how those rooftops changed everything. Control of high ground isn't just tactical. It changes how every single step below feels. Even after the fight ended, that awareness of what could be hidden above never really left. Thanks for watching.